that is blood and circulation. It is from the syllabus of IGCSE O levels. Course outline. So by the end of this presentation, you will be able to know need for circulation system, types of circulatory systems, and components of human circulatory systems. So what do we need circulatory system for? Why it is required? Transport oxygen from lungs to all the parts of the body. Suppose if you have inhaled oxygen, the oxygen directly goes into your lungs. Now, without the circulatory system, our parts of body cannot get oxygen that is present in the lungs. It is the circulatory system, it is the blood that carries the oxygen from the lungs to all the parts of the body. Without blood, without circulatory system, it cannot be done. The oxygen will remain inside the lungs and it will be of no use because parts of bodies are not getting it for metabolism. Second, to transport carbon dioxide from all parts of the body to the lungs. During respiration, during metabolism, or any chemical reaction, carbon dioxide is a waste product that is produced inside our cells. This is hazardous. We cannot retain so much carbon dioxide in our body. It has to be excreted out. So what helps in the excretion of carbon dioxide? Again, it's the blood, which is a part of circulatory system. Without the presence of circulatory system, more specifically blood, the carbon dioxide that is being produced all the time in your cells cannot be getting out of the body. Since the carbon dioxide has to reach the lungs to get out of the body. And what makes the carbon dioxide to go to the lungs? It's the circulatory system. Third point, to transport nutrients from the gut to all parts of the body. Let's take an example. For instance, you have a food. It is completely metabolized in your gut. It has completely digested. Now all the nutrients, fats, vitamins, minerals, carbs, and minerals, and anything like any mineral, for instance, like we can say zinc or we can say it's an iron. These all are the minerals which are being digested after a long time. So what is the need of their digestion if they cannot be reached to the parts of the body? One cell of the brain needs starch, and the presence of starch is mainly in the gut because it is the gut where the digestion takes place. So how will it going to reach the brain? This is because the presence of blood makes it possible. Circulatory system makes it possible. All the nutrients that are present in the gut that are being digested in the gut line has to reach to different parts of the body for their working, for their reaction, for their metabolism. So what makes this possible? It's the circulatory system, more specifically the blood, which is a medium for the transport. And the last is to transport urea from the liver to the kidney. Okay, so again, urea is again a byproduct. It's a waste product that is being produced in our body from different chemical reactions. This urea, it is more specifically made down by the breakdown of protein. The protein has that urea content in them, which has to be excreted out. Or urea is also made by keratin as well. This has to be removed from our body. How will it going to get removed? It is by the help of circulatory system. How? For instance, urea once it is made, it is present in the liver. It is by the breakdown. It can be by the breakdown of hemoglobin as well. Urea is made. Urea is a byproduct. It is made. Now, this urea has to get transported to the kidney so that the kidneys can excrete this urea in urine and then out of our body. So, what makes this urea move from the liver to the kidneys? It's again the blood. There is no circulation system in unicellular organism. Why there is no circulatory system? All the multicellular organisms have a circulatory system, have all the components, but unicellular organisms don't have it. Why? Materials can without circulatory system as they are very small and single cell. Materials can transport. It should be written as transport. It's missing. What does it mean? Even without circulatory system, materials are able to transport from one point of the body to the other because they are single celled. They are not having millions of cells like in a human body. All the unit or cellular organisms are single celled. So it is very easy for the things for the transportation material to get transported even without circulatory system. Then the second is There is high surface area to the volume ratio. Now what does it mean? Let's see in this picture. If you can see the picture of a sponge, there is a cell outside that is in pink color. These cells. This is the surface area. This is the surrounding part that is touching the atmosphere. Now all the nutrients, all the substance which are being captured by this surface area is enough for this volume. This is the volume, the white space. All the things or the nutrients or the oxygen, carbon dioxide, anything a sponge needs is going to get captured, going to get absorbed from his surface area, which is enough, which is more than the requirement of the volume. Anything which is needed for the volume is get occupied by this surface area. So this surface area is more than enough for this such small volume to get all the things captured for the sponge. Same as the case with jellyfish, the surface area is large enough to absorb anything they want for this small volume. Types of circulatory system. So there are two types of circulatory system: single circulatory system and a double circulatory system. Let's see what is meant by the both. Single circulatory system. From heart to gas exchange body, rest of the part. What does it mean? The blood goes from heart directly to the gas exchange organ and then directly to the body tissues. For example, heart has blood. It is whether oxygenated blood or it can be a deoxygenated blood. Heart always has some blood inside it all the time. There is no time. There is no moment when the heart is not occupied with blood. So what happens is single circulatory system is that heart directly pumps the blood to any of the gas exchange organ. For example, if we talk about the fishes, it's gill. When the heart pumps blood to the gills, gills again make it oxygenated and then pumps back directly to the body tissues. For example, it's a fish. Fish heart had blood. The heart pumps the blood directly to the gills and gills pumps blood directly to all parts of the fishes. This is a single circulatory system. Why it is called a single circulatory system? Because see, it has only one circuit. This is like heart, gills, body tissue. Again back to heart. There is no double crossing in between. That is why it is called a single circulatory system. Like this, for example, you can see in this picture, it's a heart of a fish. It has blood. This blood, which is deoxygenated because of the blue color, goes to the gills. Their gills have gas exchange organs. Gills are the gas exchange organs of fish. The gills convert this deoxygenated blood into oxygenated blood. That is why it has black color. And then this blood goes directly to all the parts of the fish, all the body capillaries. These capillaries are taking the blood to all parts. Again, after the body capillaries absorb all the oxygen, parts of bodies are absorb all the oxygen, they throw their carbon dioxide back into the veins that is blue in color. These are the veins that are arising from the body capillaries, or you can say arising from the body parts. These body capillaries which have deoxygenated blood became a vein, and this vein again goes to the heart, being pumped by the heart and get back to the gills to get deoxygenated. What does it mean? In short, that heart pumps blood once to the gills, that is any gas exchange organ. This pumps blood once to all parts of the body, and again that from all parts of the body deoxygenated blood comes back to the heart. This is a single circulatory system. Now moves on to double circulatory system. What is double circulatory system? From the heart, the blood goes to gas exchange organ and back to the heart and then to the rest of the body. So see, there is two phases of double circulatory system. That is first from heart to gas exchange organ. This is one. Then it is again back to the heart and then to the rest of the body. The heart receives blood twice. This is why it is called as double circulatory system. Let's see what is it. See, this is the lung. This is the heart. left side of the heart and right side of the right side of the heart, and that's the body. What happens is the heart pumps blood to the lungs. This blue part is showing the heart is pumping deoxygenated blood to the lungs. This is carrying deoxygenated blood. It has to get oxygenated. So it pumps the blood through pulmonary artery into the lungs. In the lungs, it gets deoxygenated because lung is a gas exchange organ. It has oxygen inside it. It throws the carbon dioxide outside the body and inhales oxygen. Now this blood, this oxygenated blood, again goes back to the heart. You see, heart gives the lungs the blood and the lungs again give it back to heart. This is why it is called as double circulatory system. Now, after the heart receives the oxygenated blood, then it goes to other part of the body. The heart gets blood twice. First, it pumps the blood to the lungs. From the lungs, it again goes back to the heart. And then from the heart, it goes back to all parts of the body. Why it is so? Why it is like the heart has to pump the blood twice? Because the heart has to pump the blood with more pressure to provide it to all the parts of the body. For instance, you can see heart is at the top side of a body, at the vertical upper side of the body. So now if we have to pump this blood to the foot, it has to be it has to be pumped with stronger force. That is why heart has to pump blood twice with a stronger force so that it can reach at the most far cell of our body. You can see that again. It is heart. It is carrying deoxygenated blood, blue side, into the lungs. In the lungs, carbon dioxide goes out of the body. Oxygen came inside the body, inside the lungs. Now the blood has become oxygenated. It again goes back to the heart. Now heart pushes the blood with the stronger force, and then it gives back to the cells. This is double circulatory system. There are two parts of double circulatory system. Number one, pulmonary circulation. What is pulmonary circulation means? Pulmonary, the word pulmonary itself shows it is regarding lungs. What does it mean? In which blood is circulated throughout the lungs where it is oxygenated. Let me give you an example. See this. Remember pulmonary, wherever you see a word pulmonary, it means lungs. What is pulmonary circulation? It is when the lungs are being absorbed in the process, when the lungs are being working. It is like when the heart gives the blood to the lungs to get themselves oxygenated, and then the oxygenated blood comes back to the heart. This is pulmonary circulation. When there is blood inside the lungs, it is pulmonary. Heart giving blood to the lungs and lungs giving blood back to the heart. This is pulmonary circulation. There is one more picture. This is deoxygenated blood going towards the heart to get itself oxygenated, and then heart brings then the lungs give back the oxygenated blood back to the heart. This is pulmonary circulation. Then there is one more circulation. The second part of the circulation is systemic circulation, in which blood is circulated throughout all parts of the body where it unloads its oxygen. What does it mean? Once the heart gets back its deoxygenated blood, it pumps with a more stronger force to all parts of the body. This part of heart pumping is called systemic circulation. Let's see in the picture. After lungs give deoxygenated blood back to the heart, till now it is pulmonary circulation. Why? Because these lungs are involved. But once the lungs give oxygenated blood back to the heart pushes with stronger force and give this oxygenated blood to all parts of the body. This part of this circulation is called systemic circulation or systemic circuit. Why it is called as systemic? Because in this all the systems of the body are being having the blood being pushed by the heart. These systems are getting the blood from the heart. In pulmonary circulation, only the lung is getting the blood. In systemic circulation, the heart is getting the blood. The body parts is getting the blood. Systemic means body parts. It can be hormonal system, nervous system, respiratory system, or any other system, endocrine system, which is being oxygenated by the blood. This is called systemic circulation. What are the components of human circulatory system? Heart, blood vessel. What components means? Comprising of what does human circulatory system comprise of? It's of heart, it's blood and blood vessel. Heart is simple, the pumping organ. You can see the components again: heart, blood. This is heart, this is blood. These are the veins and arteries, which is called as blood vessels. Heart, simple, an organ which pumps the blood. Without heart, circulatory system is incomplete. Blood, RBCs, WBCs, phagocytes, all these are the components of blood. Why there is a need of blood? Because it's the medium through which all the things are being transported. RBCs are the cells which transport oxygen, and these RBCs are present in blood. Blood comprised of RBCs. So without having RBCs or without having blood, nothing can be transported. Blood vessels, arteries, veins, capillaries. There are 3 blood vessels in the body. Now we'll look at the function of each vessel. Arteries carry oxygenated blood except the pulmonary artery. These are arteries. What is the function of artery? They always carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart, and then from heart to all parts of the body. They always carry oxygenated blood, except pulmonary artery, because pulmonary artery is the only artery which carry deoxygenated blood. See, it's an artery, and then it's a vein. We'll see what vein is. Vein carries deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Arteries always carry oxygenated blood because it has red, that is why it has red color, and veins always carry deoxygenated blood because it has a blue color. That is why it has a blue color. Then we know about capillaries. Capillaries carry blood near the cells. For example, this is an artery which is coming from the heart. It is carrying oxygenated blood, and this is the vein. The artery, once it has came from the heart, goes to all parts of the body. The arteries cannot go into the parts of body. For this, they are being divided into different small arteries. These small different arterial shaped vessels are called as capillaries. These are thinner than the arteries, and they are more in number than artery or vein. These capillaries, that is, you can say a bunch of capillaries, bring this oxygenated blood near to the body parts. It provides these oxygen to the body parts and then collect all the waste material from the body part after being metabolized. Then they form a vein, and then this vein is carrying all the carbon dioxide and waste products from the parts of bodies where these capillaries have managed to go inside. The work of capillary is simply to bring oxygenated and deoxygenated blood near to parts of bodies, to provide them with oxygen and take all their waste product inside them, and then throw the dump, or you can say dump or throw the waste product back into the vein. Then this vein will go to the heart, and the heart will going to pump it to the lungs. From the lungs, the carbon dioxide will escape out, oxygen is consumed, and oxygenated blood again goes back to the heart. So this is the human circulatory system component. Again, we will just summarize it in table. It is made up of blood vessels, heart, and blood. Blood vessels, 3 blood vessels, arteries carry oxygenated blood, veins carry deoxygenated blood, capillaries bring the blood near to the heart. Heart, pumping organ, blood. It has blood cells. How many cells? RBCs, WBCs, platelets, etc. Blood cells and plasma. Blood is itself divided into 2 parts, blood cells and plasma. Plasma is the liquid part of the blood, and blood cells are red blood cells which carry oxygen, white blood cells, leukocytes, which are defense cells, which the immune system is comprising of the white blood cells, and then the platelets which help in the clotting. We're going to discuss about the types of blood cell later in the next section. If you want to know about the slides and the information I've collected, this is from the reference book, Erickson IGCSE Biology by Phil Bradford and Steve Potter. That's all. Thank you.